Um, so I want to show you with the last couple slides, and then I'll stop talking and I'll turn it over to Tara to finish the presentation up. And Tara's part is going to be a crucial variable in this whole equation, the procurement part. So I'm looking forward to that. But here is a kind of a hypothetical way that this could play out. We just talked about how we can increase our chances of doing of a bond being successful. And I know, again, here in Texas, this is a huge tool that school districts have to finance capital projects and fund the built environment. And so let's just say that we're going out for $100 million bond. That bond is, usually going to be comprised of some brownfield and some greenfield and everything in between. We're going to retrofit, we're going to build new because we're growing. And so that's a $100 million bond. Now, let's look inside there and isolate a few different aspects of it. Okay, and these aspects include things like HVAC replacement, LED lighting upgrades, building control, security, things like that, plumbing, water, like Adam was talking about. And let's say that those add up to about 25 million, so about a quarter of the bond. Well, you may be asking, so why are we focusing on these aspects of the bond? Well, the reason is because these and others can be said to have a pretty reliable return on the investment. So these are things that, for lack of saying it a different way, can fund themselves over a long enough timeline. Okay, so this gives us some flexibility inside this bond exercise. What can it do for us? Well, as is shown here, you can take those parts out of the main bond, do sort of like a sidecar project, and it'd still be under the same, project management umbrella, so they're going at the same time, and turn your $100 million bond project into $125 million. So now you're telling the citizens, look, we're going to do $125 million worth of work for you. We're only asking you for $100 million of it because the rest of it will fund itself. In another scenario, you could just leave the 25 million inside the original $100 million bond and say, hey, we're still asking for 100 million from you, but we have identified 25 million of that. We're going to have a specialty contractor handle those things. And that 25 million is going to return on the investment over the course of their life. Okay, that's a very attractive way of positioning a bond to the citizenship.